right, black and white sports supporters. Well, I'm probably going to make some people mad with this video. You know me, I don't care. I still don't understand. I can make a video like this. People will get mad, get triggered, and unsubbed. There is nothing softer than WNBA fans. I can't tell you the last time I unsubscribed to a channel. 4 years ago, maybe. If that, I mean...
A WNBA star's career now stands dangerously close to the edge. Not because of a personal decision, but due to a stunning strategic adjustment quietly forming behind the scenes. What once sounded like faint murmurs has grown into undeniable noise, all signaling a single dramatic shift that could leave her shaken and struggling to accept a harsh new truth. This goes far beyond simple roster changes. It reflects a player being slowly sidelined, a move certain to trigger anger and a fierce response from anyone placed in her shoes. This is reality crashing down without warning, a development that will ripple across the league, forcing a once-celebrated talent to confront a sudden and painfully unexpected loss of her central role. A moment no competitor ever hopes to face.
And I saw this and was like, oh, this is very intriguing. Let me look into it a little bit more. Let's peel back the curtain. Because it seems Caitlin Clark is building some chemistry with another guard at the Team USA training camp. Another guard that is a 3-time WNBA champion. Kelsey Mitchell is a free agent. You guys know, and this is the part that gets the unsubscribes, I've said I think Kelsey Mitchell leaves. I think
The bold forecast has now been laid out with striking clarity. Kelsey Mitchell is widely expected to part ways with the Indiana Fever. This isn't baseless talk or random guessing, but a reasoned conclusion drawn from evolving team priorities and the undeniable pull of a once-in-a-generation star. The signs are impossible to ignore, and the uncomfortable reality is becoming clearer for one of the league's most dangerous scorers. What once appeared stable and secure now feels uncertain, as her future balances on a rapidly unfolding strategy that leaves little room for delay, forcing her to confront what may soon become unavoidable.
You guys know, and this is the part that gets the unsubscribes, I've said I think Kelsey Mitchell leaves. I think she goes. Because I think she's going to realize when Caitlin Clark comes back, guess what? Your points per game is going to drop back to where it was previously. And the fact is, there may be a better overall option and a younger option. And I think this team, we've seen it. When the faster, younger players have been on the court with Caitlin Clark, not only is this
the undeniable impact of Caitlin Clark alters everything in an instant. Her arrival doesn't just add talent, it completely redefines the team structure and direction. Veteran players, no matter how significant their past contributions, are now pressured to adjust immediately or risk falling out of favor. Mitchell's scoring numbers, once a defining strength and a consistent headline, are now expected to decline, drifting back toward pre-Clark levels. It's a harsh and unfiltered reminder of a changing power structure and the unforgiving nature of professional basketball, where even established stars can be overshadowed by a brighter, newly arrived force.
And I think this team, we've seen it. When the faster, younger players have been on the court with Caitlin Clark, not only is this it's a funner team to watch and consume, they just look like a better team. Well, fans are noticing a potential fit, and we're going to check it out because I actually think the fans are onto something here. So, of course, Leah Boston, Caitlin Clark, they're in Durham, North Carolina right now. Caitlin Clark is 100% healthy. The CBA, 25 days away.
The rise of a more complete alternative is becoming impossible to ignore. A younger, more adaptable player now sits at the center of the conversation. This shift isn't an indictment of Mitchell's talent, but a deliberate strategic decision, one aimed at unlocking greater upside and long-term growth. Professional basketball leaves little room for sentiment, where loyalty and past accomplishments are often overshadowed by the pursuit of victory. Team construction is driven by tough math, and in that reality, organizations consistently chase the most well-rounded option, no matter the emotional toll on those being replaced.
Boston, Caitlin Clark. They're in Durham, North Carolina right now. Caitlin Clark is 100% healthy. The CBA 25 days away, basically 24 days away from the deadline. They got to get this done. You see this. Jackie Young's Team USA run with Caitlin Clark has Fever fans a-talking. And there's reasons for this, and we'll look. Longtime Aces star guard Jackie Young is among those who will enter free agency. Let's check it out. Correlation, of course, gets a lot of good video.
Many observers have pointed out a noticeable change when quicker, younger lineups share the floor with Caitlin Clark. The team takes on a different identity. It's not only more entertaining to watch, but clearly more effective, operating with visible chemistry, pace, and momentum. This growing preference for speed, youth, and a high-energy style directly challenges the existing order, quietly suggesting that certain established players, despite their proven skill, may no longer align with the team's faster, more aggressive vision. The shift is happening fast, and there's little patience for resistance.
Always finding good stuff. They're on the court together. Let's go. Let me turn this down. Caitlin's going to go into Jackie. She puts it up. She misses. She just dogged out 4 dudes to grab a rebound, passed it back out. One more time. Look at Jackie get up and get this rebound over these dudes. That was some dog shit. I mean, and I'm talking in a good way. That's straight dog. Grab that and come down over them dudes.
Fans are already beginning to recognize what looks like a better fit alongside the core pieces. This is a powerful signal that the conversation has moved beyond closed-door meetings and into the public eye. When the supporters, the heartbeat of the franchise, start envisioning a future that noticeably excludes a current star, the message becomes impossible to dismiss. That shared realization adds enormous pressure on decision-makers to act decisively, pushing management toward a move that matches the growing demand for change and a new on-court dynamic.
The 3. Now, we've talked about this before. I mean, let's be real. If that ball goes into Kelsey Mitchell, nobody's ever seeing that ball again. We know that. Even if she misses and even if she somehow grabs the rebound, she's going to keep trying to shoot that shot. The right play, the correct play, was to throw it back out to Caitlin, who shot and hit from 3. This is so interesting.
Then enters Jackie Young, a longtime Aces star guard, now approaching free agency and presenting a serious alternative. Her availability alone reshapes the Fever's options in a dramatic way. This isn't just another name on the market. She's a 3-time WNBA champion, a 4-time All-Star, and a player whose resume reflects sustained success at the highest level. For a franchise still searching for stability and direction, her experience and winning background instantly elevate the conversation around major roster decisions.
Honestly, looked like a triple team that Jackie out-rebounded. If you can hear me, Fever Management, if you can hear me, offer Jackie whatever she wants. How'd she get that rebound? She's a dog. You can tell that. Jackie Young would be the perfect guard to play with Clark in the Fever. Plus, she's from Indiana. Kelsey Mitchell is a terrific player, but as an overall player, Young fits much better with Clark. Exactly right.
A defining moment caught on video perfectly captures the heart of this debate. Jackie Young's remarkable rebound, overpowering multiple defenders beneath the rim, immediately stood out. This wasn't just another highlight. It was a statement play, a raw display of strength, non-stop effort, and unshakable determination. That single sequence quickly ignited intense discussion among analysts and fans, shining a light on the intangible traits that separate true impact players, especially in critical moments. The contrast became even sharper when Young selflessly kicked the ball back out to Caitlin Clark for a clean three-point attempt. When compared to what is often implied about Kelsey Mitchell's past tendencies, the difference is striking. The narrative suggests Mitchell, widely known for her scoring instincts, may have chosen to keep the ball in a similar situation, possibly opting for a contested shot instead. This subtle but meaningful comparison highlights contrasting playing styles and reinforces the conversation around fit and a team-first philosophy. Jackie Young's numbers further strengthen that argument. She averages 16.5 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 5.1 assists per game, while shooting an efficient 47.5% from the field. And perhaps most importantly, she is just 28 years old, only now entering her prime years. These figures go beyond surface-level production. They illustrate a complete, efficient, and versatile player who fits seamlessly into a fast-paced backcourt next to Caitlin Clark, offering both immediate impact and long-term upside. The alignment appears almost undeniable. Mitchell's statistics, however, present a different picture when examined closely. She averages 1.8 rebounds and 3.4 assists per game, while shooting 45.6% from the floor. While her scoring totals are undeniably impressive, the supporting numbers, particularly in rebounding and playmaking, reflect a more specialized role. That specialization may not fully align with a new team direction focused on empowering Clark and building a quicker, more fluid offensive system. It becomes a comparison of singular scoring versus a broader, more balanced skill set. The unfiltered truth, delivered without any softening, is this. Mitchell's high-scoring output was largely driven by her role as the unquestioned primary option during Clark's absence, shouldering a massive offensive responsibility. The reality, however, is far more unforgiving. Once Clark fully assumes her place in the lineup, those points are expected to decline, naturally shifting back into Clark's hands. This blunt reality highlights a changing hierarchy and signals Mitchell's potential slide from lead scorer to a secondary and possibly less influential role. Both players entering free agency only adds another layer of tension to the situation. Yet one detail carries significant weight. Mitchell is 2 years older than Young. In the ruthless landscape of professional sports, a 2-year age gap, combined with contrasting skill sets and perceived fit, can become a decisive factor for franchises focused on building toward the future. The pressure of time is clearly heavier on one side, as organizations relentlessly prioritize younger players with longer projected primes, turning this into a defining moment in a career. Jackie Young's Indiana ties add a powerful and undeniable layer to the conversation, reinforcing a hometown hero storyline that strongly resonates with fans and has the potential to create overwhelming goodwill. This stands in sharp contrast to lingering memories of past social media controversy involving Kelsey Mitchell's family and the highly vocal Caitlin Clark fanbase, an uneasy chapter many supporters still recall. While not something that shows up on a stat sheet, it remains a meaningful factor in shaping public perception and internal dynamics. The message being sent to Fever management is direct and unmistakable. Do whatever it takes to land Jackie Young. This goes far beyond casual online talk. It has evolved into a passionate demand, almost an instruction, pushing the franchise to act boldly and decisively. The intensity surrounding the call to acquire Young reflects a growing sense of urgency and a near-universal preference for her over current options, rooted in the belief that she could fundamentally change the team's trajectory. Young is consistently praised as a true dog, a player defined by nonstop effort, toughness, and relentless competitiveness. That mentality, paired with her more complete all-around game, is viewed as a far better match for Clark and the Fever's evolving system. It's not just about scoring totals, but about defense, hustle, and the intangible qualities that lift an entire roster. For many fans, the hardest part is separating emotion from evaluation. Mitchell's contributions and commitment are acknowledged and respected, Yet the argument centers on the reality that professional decisions must be grounded in fit, long-term upside, and strategic direction rather than loyalty or sentiment. This is where emotional attachment collides with cold analysis, forcing an uncomfortable choice between heart and logic. The importance of championship experience inside the locker room, combined with the advantage of Young's youth, stands out as a crucial formula for a franchise that genuinely sees itself as a future title contender. These elements further strengthen the strategic case behind a possible roster change, underscoring that creating a winning culture demands more than raw talent. It requires the right leadership, proper fit, and the long-term sustainability that younger players often provide, setting the foundation for success that extends well beyond a single season. The proof is increasingly difficult to dismiss. The team clearly plays at a faster pace, and Caitlin Clark operates the offense with noticeably greater efficiency when surrounded by younger, more mobile teammates. This shift dramatically enhances transition opportunities and allows Clark's game to fully flourish. That visible advantage reinforces the push toward players like Jackie Young, gradually narrowing the margin for those who don't fully match this fast-paced, high-octane offensive direction. The reality confronting Kelsey Mitchell is becoming impossible to ignore. Regardless of her individual skill set and memorable past performances, powerful forces of change are sweeping through the WNBA at full speed. The Fever's strategic choices, fueled by the arrival of a generational talent and a clear championship mindset, signal a decisive turn in philosophy. That turn, which may see Mitchell reduced from a featured role or potentially moved altogether, is almost certain to provoke a deeply emotional and frustrating response. As the Fever's future is constructed piece by piece, it is becoming evident that not everyone will be part of the journey, setting the stage for an unavoidable and painful moment of reckoning.